$194 to pay you in
See
cash.
that star piece?
Did you go to the ATM with her?
No, sir. She didn't go to the ATM. She carried the cash.
She
So she
carried
would give
cash.
you the cash.
She broke
Did you have a little
straight
place
cash.
in your house where you just stack up all this cash that you apparently got
This
to repay you for these
this right
benefits that you
here.
bestowed
This
on
is
her?
the deal with culture. See, different cultures deal and delve in different ways. They move around the earth in different ways. See, black people, he say she deal in cash. She's the district attorney, but she still paid in cash, man. You understand me? In the words of Randy Moss, straight cash, homie.
And Mr. Gillen, if I answered that, I'm putting myself in jeopardy. If I tell the world that I have cash someplace in my home, don't you think that could be problematic?
No, I don't. I want an answer as to whether or not you have a cash hoard in your house
You say,
where you have allegedly taken the money
question.
that you got from Mrs. Willis and went and put it somewhere. Where'd you put it?
No, sir.
Where'd you put
Now, just put it on the hip. And can I walk around money?
Did I put it on my hip?
Yeah, just walking around money where you would spend cash yourself.
Pocket change, man.
Did I put it on my hip in Belize?
Yes.
Walk around with it?
When you got paid
Pocket
back,
change.
would you take the money, the cash that she gave you, and would you just carry it around with you for spending money around town?
So we have to break down each trip because, for example, for the cruise, she paid me the money before we took the cruise. So I was here and I could put the money in my pocket or put it away wherever I wanted to do with it. Other trips, she would give me the money there. So at that point, I could either spend it or put it in my pocket or put it in the hotel safe.
There's no special place that you would have.
Man, she
all
broke
this cash
bread,
that you
man.
would be getting from her that you told us about.
She looked
to pay
out
back
and broke
for the
bread.
benefits that you have bestowed on her.
The only special place that cash would have gone would have been to one of my children.
Oh,
Now, are you aware? Have you discussed these pleadings with Ms. Willis?
No, sir.
So there's been no discussion between you and Ms. Willis about the allegation concerning the benefits that you have bestowed on her. Is that correct?
you have bestowed on her. And y'all better get y'all dictionaries out. They're going to help you with your pronunciation. They're going to help you,
Okay.
you know,
When you said
with your
proceedings, were you
verbal
talking
skills
about the
together.
divorce proceedings or you were talking about the interrogatories? To that question, the answer is no.
Interrogatories. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with your answer. I'll hear the complete answer, then I'll follow up.
Your
Okay.
vocabulary will be elevated
This
listening to
hearing,
this court
proceedings of this
proceeding.
hearing, have we discussed the financial piece based upon
Interrogatories.
Mr. Roman's motion? Yes.
Celine.
So you have discussed the financial piece. Where did that discussion take place?
Conference room.
Were you other people there, or were you and Ms. Willis discussing this about what your position was going to be?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Gillen?
And the relevance has to do.
The relevance. Oh, they're going to break it down to the last compound. Hey, family, what do I always tell y'all? You're not going to get along if you're the same skin tone. They got along because she's light-skinned woman, dark-skinned man. Lighter hue woman, dark hue man. If you're a lighter hue man, you get the darker hue woman. What is wrong with man? Man, I be trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all won't listen, man. Sooner or later, y'all gonna listen to Uncle Ism. Wolfman, tell them where they at.
Welcome to the Sir Ism Show.
Come on, man. Let's go.
With suddenly we have a declaration from Mr. Wade in this case where he says roughly equal and then shows one alleged payment by Ms. Willis. No mention of cash.
Ooh, these
None.
people all in your
So
business.
I need to find out a little bit more about how suddenly we have this revelation about cash from the witness stand today.
He has a revelation. He don't understand.
So we part company there when you say no mention
went,
of cash. If I
Mexican.
provided
You don't
receipt
understand
that didn't
English.
amount to what you would think was roughly equal, the rest of it is cash.
Well, did you in your declaration, sir, it was filed
Declaration, sir.
in this case, did you tell the court in that declaration
Zeroing in on
the expenditure that you had provided on behalf of Ms. Willis was paid for back by her in cash, yes or no?
I believe that I did when I said that the expenses were split roughly evenly.
If you could point to me any place in your affidavit
that's possible.
where you use the word cash, I would appreciate it.
I didn't
Just
use the word
a little
cash.
more curlier.
No, you didn't use the word
Y'all
cash.
on the wrong lady.
But I didn't say that she didn't give it to me in cash.
No,
Look at
you
these.
just didn't tell anybody that you allegedly.
Who are these producers? Producers of these shows. All black people don't look alike, okay? Look at them. They got this picture on this lady like it's Fani. Look at the hair texture. That's not her. See? Celine, why your peoples be thinking we all look alike? You understand me? I can tell. the difference. Look at this lady hair texture and look at Fani. See, they got the camera on her. Oh, go to her. Camera 8. It ain't even her. Bozos. I need to produce this.
Affidavit where you use the word cash, I would appreciate it. Take your time.
I didn't use the word cash. No, sir.
No, you didn't use the word cash, did you?
But I didn't say that she didn't give it to me in cash.
No, you just didn't tell anybody that you allegedly got paid back in cash, right?
His wife look better?
No, I told everyone who asked.
Today.
Yes, sir.
Now, who else was with you, if anyone else, when you and Ms. Willis were discussing how you would be handling the financial component of the motion here today? That is the personal benefits.
I'm going to object to the relevance of that, Your Honor.
Mr. Young.
Well, the relevance is if they know that they're going to be called as witnesses, they've been subpoenaed, and they are discussing what they're going to say, we need to know that. The court needs to know that. It goes to the veracity of Mr. Willis and, Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade.
We didn't discuss how we were going to handle testimony.
My question was, when you were discussing with Ms. Willis in the conference room, when you were discussing what you perceived to be the situation concerning the benefits or the payments,
Yes, sir.
was there anyone else present?
No, sir.
How long did the meeting take?
Probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Did Ms. Willis tell you what she was going to say?
No, sir.
Did you ask her whether she had any bank withdrawals that would corroborate the assertion that she would
The
pay
assertion.
you back in large
Are y'all
sums of
writing these
cash
words down?
for these trips to the Caribbean, Belize, California, on and on and on?
Your Honor, again, I object. The proffer, when the last relevance objection was made, was that Mr. Dillon needed to know who else was there. These could be potential witnesses that he could cross-examine. That question hasn't answered. So I can object.
Okay. I think it's still exploring possible bias or motive to shape his testimony, so overrule on that ground.
The assertion. Come on, man. Y'all better pick these words up. So, who was that? Miss Celine? Who said? No, LSP. LSP said that the wife looked better. Y'all judge. We're going to stop it for a second. Let's see. Who y'all think? Hey, LSP, I don't know. You might be right. You might be right. I might need to make a poll. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the comment section, who you got? You got Fani? Or you got the wife? You know what I'm saying? The wife is looking cute. But some of them, just because the woman is cute, sometimes they don't have good box. Sometimes a woman that's not as quote unquote beautiful, for as the face, might have better box. But in this case, I think you might be right. Because I seen that Fani Willis today. We're gonna play a little her in a minute. She had a cold attitude. She definitely got some Keisha in her. You know what I'm saying? She definitely got some Keisha and some attitude and some sass and some black girl magic and all of that stuff. The wife you know what I'm saying? You might be right. The wife is looking a little better on the outside, LSP. See, a lot of guys just go for women for looks. The look is just the hook. The beauty is in the duty, baby.
Thank you.
Woman can do for you.
Now, Mr. Willis, Mr. Wade, when you were having this discussion, did you ask her?
Oh, wait a minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Did he do that on purpose? He said, Mr. Willis. Excuse me, I mean Mr. Wade.
So overrule on that ground.
Let's see.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Willis, Mr. Wade.
Oh.
Yes.
Did he do that on purpose?
When you were having this discussion, did you ask her? Did you ask Ms. Willis? Do you have anything to support these cash withdrawals?
No, sir.
Did you ask her where she got the cash?
This is the conversation. I produced my credit card statement.
Is that all you
that
produced?
showed what Miss Merchant in her filing was representing. That was the conversation.
Okay. So when she would pay you back in cash, were you aware of what her financial situation was? Do you know what?
No, sir.
Your
I'm
Honor,
going to tap y'all in.
Well, Your Honor, it's relevant because we've been bombarded with a book, Find Me the Votes, in which,
The one's
Bombard.
at issue is the financial benefit, and if that plays material interest in an actual conflict of interest. So I think that's relevant.
now, have you read the book, Find Me the Votes?
I have.
You have.
I have.
Okay. Now, in that book, Ms. Willis is telling the authors about how financially destitute she was, or kind of hitting
Got
down
another word
on
for you.
the bottom
Destitute.
as she was running for DA. Do you remember that part of the book?
See, I'm giving y'all homework.
So let me qualify the response. I've read the book
I'm about to give y'all some homework.
in parts. I hadn't had the time to sit and read the book in its entirety.
Did you read that part about how she's
Every
telling
time they say a big word, I need somebody in the chat to give us the definition, because Toya the tutor not here. So we need the word and the definition of the word. Okay? Then let's go. Destitute. That's your homework.
the authors about
Y'all pull up in
how
here.
little money she had and how financially she was in bad shape prior to when she was running? Did you read that part?
No, sir.
Did you ever have discussions with Ms. Willis about her financial situation, which was in apparently in rough shape prior to her being elected DA?
No, sir.
Oh,
Ms.
you
Willis
said
made
the
it clear
DA
that her
ain't got no money?
financial business was just that. It was her business. I know nothing.
It also
Oh, did I mess it up and go back? Okay. I know what to do. What was we at? We was at about 12, y'all. So check it out. You mean to tell me a DA is in financial ruins? A DA is having problems? See, a lot of people, just because, all this high value stuff and 100,000 a year, a lot of people make 100, 200,000 a year, but they spend 300,000 a year. They go shopping, they going to Macy's, they going on trips, they live in lavish, they making money, good money, but they're in debt. Some people make 50,000 and they happy and they not in debt. So just because you make a lot of money, don't act like that's the end all be all. But you do need money, but a lot of people spend a lot of money too. Let's go.
This is the conversation. I produced my credit card statement that showed what Miss Merchant in her filing was representing. That was the conversation.
okay. So when she would pay you back in cash, were you aware of
Great
what her
cash.
financial situation was? Do you know what?
No, sir.
Your Honor, I object to the relevance.
Well, Your Honor, it's relevant because we've been bombarded with the book, Find Me the Votes, in which
What's at issue is the
Just
financial
another
benefit,
word.
and if that
Look it up.
plays material
Bombard.
interest and an actual conflict of interest. So I think that's relevant.
now, have you read the book, Find Me the Votes?
I have.
You have.
I have.
Okay. Now, in that book, Ms. Willis is telling the authors about how financially destitute she was, or kind of hitting down on the bottom as she was running for DA. Do you remember that part of the book?
So let me qualify the response. I've read the book in parts. I hadn't had the time to sit and read the book in its entirety.
Did you read that part about how she's telling the authors about how little money she had and how financially she was in bad shape prior to when she was running? Did you read that part?
No, sir.
Did you ever have discussions with Ms. Willis about her financial situation, which was in apparently in rough shape prior to her being elected DA?
No, sir. Ms. Willis made it clear that her financial business.
So you
just
said
that. It
she
her
was
business.
broke until she got the DA
I know
job.
nothing about her financial status. I know nothing about how she was
She just
faring
paid you in
before
cash.
or after the
I don't know.
election, or even now. I know nothing about her finances.
Telling us
I
that
was
she
just hitting
didn't
that thing.
share that with you.
I don't know
chose to
nothing
share
about
it
it.
with the authors of the book.
My job
that's
was
been,
to lay the
published and printed
Your Honor,
and sold nationally.
I think that's a fair question for us.
I don't know that she shared it with the author. I don't know that the author was telling the truth. I don't know the author, so I don't know, sir.
Okay. Now, did you give an interview to the authors of that book?
I've given no interview, sir.
So you haven't talked to them at all,
I
correct?
haven't talked to any media.
All right.
None.
Now, as it relates to
Okay, so at least this brother understand game. See, a lot of you brothers, y'all go to court, y'all go to jail, y'all just get in an interrogation booth and get to run in your mouth and make a case. See, hush. Don't try to settle your case in the street. Just go to jail. Don't try to settle your case in the interrogation room. Just go to jail. Settle your case in court. You're going to tell on yourself. Let's go.
I'd like to, though.
as it relates to,
They keep saying little slick
again,
stuff.
from your bank records that you're aware of, there'll be no cash deposits, right?
I didn't say that.
Uh-oh.
Are there cash deposits which
Wait a
line
minute.
up with the money that you have allegedly received from Ms. Willis to quote pay you back for her part of the trip?
Uh-oh.
So here's the thing. In my bank records, you will see cash deposits.
Uh-huh.
You will see check deposits.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that you look through the bank records and you won't see cash deposits because I have two sources of income, sir. Income comes from my private practice, my firm, and income comes from the contract here with Fulton County. During the course of private practice,
Come on, brother.
occasionally I will have
Don't make yourself look
occasion
bad.
to
Let's go.
deposit cash into my account.
And in preparation for this hearing and your testimony,
Mm-mm.
did you go through your bank records to find out if you could locate
You might need to
any
audit
cash
you, brother.
deposits that would corroborate your testimony?
No, sir, I didn't go through my bank records at all.
Now, so what you would do, the money that you received, of course, the money that you received from your work for Fulton County, that's public funds, correct?
No, sir, it's private funds. It's my
Public funds pay you to do work for Fulton County, correct?
Tell me what the definition of a public fund is.
A public fund would be your funds, as in not fund, but funds, money, public money.
Public
as in
money, man. What are you talking? You acting like you don't know.
Fulton
You know
County,
what's
the state
going
of
on.
Georgia,
The
pay you to
county,
do the work that you're doing here in
Fulton
this
County,
case, yes or no?
the state of
One or the
Georgia.
other,
Y'all was
sir.
using the money to go on
Yeah,
lavish
which one?
trips.
I
Act like
don't
you
know
don't
which one.
understand game.
Now, you would take those public funds, and those public
Everybody
funds were then used, deposited in your account, and they were then used to pay on the credit cards for the trips that you would take with Ms. Willis, correct?
I object to the question as far as the characterization of public funds. The witness didn't testify to that. and I don't think
Characterization,
there's been any
in other
evidence to
words,
that.
y'all.
It's a statement of the weight. It's private.
Characterization. And man, if they don't stop capping, man, this is a whole song and dance right here. Everybody in here dressed to the nine, using a bunch of big words instead of just saying, "Hey, man, you was banging the DA and you shouldn't have been. You're married. She's going after the Trumpinator, and we're gonna get her." And all these good old boys that want to see her go down, you done messed up, Fanny. Believe me, Trump had all kind of Secret Service. He had all kind of people on your back. You should have known when you went after Trump, when you went after 45. Yeah, I think it was 45. When you went after 45 say, okay, you go low, I go lower. He probably had the Secret Service and all kind of people following her, and they was there on the trip with them, watching everything, taking pictures. He was just waiting for you to slip. He already knew you was messing with Big Nut in the YSL before he got, deleted over there with YFN Lucci. See, this is a bunch of rigmarole, y'all. This is a bunch of hood ghetto stuff with some black people with a little bit of power, and they always abuse their power. Every time we get black people in power, we start abusing the power. And then these other people want to make us look crazy, look foul, look like we're, civilized animals, but still we don't understand how to be civilized at all times, because they're going to go through your bank records, they're going to audit you, they're going to dig dirt. You want to dig up some dirt on 45? He said, we're going to dig up some dirt on you. He already said at a press conference at a rally that you was messing with Big Nut, and Big Nut got off. So now he going to catch you when you messing with Brother Wade here. These people are so cold, they'll send her a chocolate, brother, because they know her flavor. Let's continue.
Well, the point of it is that you got
All
money.
right, Mr. Gillens, rephrasing.
Yeah,
I see you perfect.
let's break it down.
Let's
You
break it
got
down.
money from Fulton County.